Welcome back to The Good Talk, our post-game recap and Q&A show where we discuss the game that we just played and answer all your burning questions, both Warhammer and otherwise. We just came off of course, the Codex release day game of the Aeldari versus the Forces of the Hive Mind. If you guys haven't watched it, of course, turn back now because we're going to spoil the heckins out of it. John, how you doing?
Doing good. I'm like shocked. I have no idea what just happened. Honestly, I was feeling good that whole game, and something happened. I don't know. It just crumbled.
I was like thinking about it even just in the few minutes that we were sort of transitioning over.
Yeah.
And there was just such a honeypot of points in the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Early game, I was really cautious. I mean, I was cautious the whole time, but early game, I was very cognizant of the fact that 2 of my to the last were also assassinate, so that's 2 8-point chunks. And they kind of could play back.
Yeah.
And then kind of forgot about it, to be honest. And then at the very end, it's just like, you had this sweeping. I had a really good turn.
Yeah.
Acolytes, I think, surviving in the back was 100% the play of the game.
Way more points than I thought I was going to lose by letting them live. I was like, oh, like I'll shoot a support platform. It'll kill like 3 or 4. It killed 2, and then with those like 3 that you got through, it wiped out the Rangers and took the point. And I'm just like, oh, that's it's like a 11-point swing.
Yeah, it zeroes you on primary. It stops you from doing bonus.
Huge.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
I guess more of a 7-point swing, but yeah.
Yeah, but incalculably big.
Yeah.
You can't calculate it. Don't calculate it.
Don't even think about it. Don't even try.
It's definitely not 7 exactly. So that was big. And then, of course, the Eldar kind of flubbed their turn afterwards, just killing firepower, right? Dire Avengers that I've seen kill Redemptors. Couldn't kill 3
Warriors.
Yeah,
3. Yeah, it's crazy. With guide.
With guide.
Couldn't do it.
It was, I just had a checklist of things I wanted to do to like really seal up the game, and I flubbed each and every one of them. Maybe if I sat down and really thought about the turn more, there was like more of a min-max way I could just do the bare standard with a better chance. But I just flubbed everything. And it was, it would be hard to, I don't know, figure that one out.
It's tough because also, you know,
I'm also trying to get away with as much as I can so you don't have a good turn next.
Exactly. Yeah. You're trying to be cautious because I'm going second. Going second was big in this game.
Yeah.
And then, it was this weird thing where the Eldar are really good at keeping people sort of at a distance, you know, both emotionally but also in the game. And, but you had this position where you kind of had to go in. Like the Banshees had to go in.
Yeah.
Then you see how fast they can fold to dedicated firepower, or in this case, just mortals, right?
Crazy.
I
lost the squad. I had just the mirror blades.
Just the mirror blades, which, you know.
That's what they're there for, but still, yeah.
Exactly. Having said that, you've been playing a bunch of games with the Eldar. Before we dive into everything, how have you been finding them? You like the new book?
Really fun, dude. There's so many ways you can go about it. Every time I play them, my list changes. So I'm excited to see, now that the book is out there, what you guys are building. Definitely let me know what you guys see that works and what doesn't. There's just pros and cons, cool things everywhere. It's a huge book.
It's a massive book. And as far as MVP, do you have someone that really shines?
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
I feel like you have some good choices. I have just everything that like kind of did what they were supposed to.
That's fair. That's fair. So I keep thinking about the fact that Mel last week said I always cheat on giving MVPs, and I do always cheat. But anyways, play the game, I'd give it to the Acolytes. But MVP is the Termagants. They were just these massive blobs that I honestly thought you would be able to pop out and just wipe them. Like I would get one play with them and that was it.
Right.
But we were able to kind of play so that you can only put one or so units in at a time, and they just tanked it. Just sheer bodies, fearless, 6 of Feeling the Pain, and Caustic Blood.
Yep.
So for me, those are the guys. That's the reason I won the games.
Caustic Blood was big.
That's crazy.
It was amazing.
And I had to kill him to the man, and my assets are so valuable. Every kind of extra unit that I put into it to kill it to the man is something that I'm going to lose the next turn. You know, and they're so valuable. I don't want to do that.
But I ended
up just underestimating them every time and losing the squad anyways without actually completing what they were supposed to do. So kind of huge. My MVP. Oh man, I wanted to give it to the Dire Avengers so bad, but they whiffed at the end there.
Yeah.
I guess the support platforms kind of did work the whole game, even though they did flub at the end. It was more of your saves that did a lot. What do you guys think? I don't know. Swooping Hawks, maybe?
They were putting work in the whole time, and they were really hard to shift.
Yeah.
The Night Spinner, I was able to say, like, he's going down. I need to kill him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was huge. We saw what he did the first turn.
The support platforms also were helping to deny things like secondaries, right? Yeah. It sounds like it makes sense, but I'm also torn about giving it to them.
I think a lot of units are in contention. Not the fire dragons, because
Not
you
the
screened them
fire
out really well.
Although I will say, who wins the aspect shrine today?
Oh.
Striking Scorpions. Although they technically cheated because it was Corandrus who killed the patriarch.
Well, I was going to give Corandrus MVP.
Oh.
Because I think he did the most for
yeah.
you, turn for turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I
He didn't kill literally everything, John.
He denied my stranglehold.
Oh, that's true.
Got you.
He
That
had a
also
couple
helped you on
big
that
turns.
primary. You got a big primary that turn from him.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And he failed after that, but maybe.
I feel like.
Maybe the Gaunts weren't the right target for him in hindsight.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably.
If he had gone into the Hive
if I
guard,
rolled some 6s in that roll,
yeah,
I'm gonna take immortals.
there would at least be 2 more guys dead.
True. I don't know if he would have fared any better against a big dude though. You know, like a monster.
No.
He had a turn where he fought a big monster and he won.
Patriarch is different from a
Is
like
it
tyrant.
though?
Because I'm wounding on 5s.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's true. He continues to be
I don't know.
so good and such a
Yeah.
pain to play against.
It's true. Yeah, the
Oh my God.
minimum or maximum 3 wounds.
And getting up. And oh, by the way, he's also upsec, and you're just like, oh
Yeah.
my, there's so many layers of things you need to deal with.
He
him.
does a lot.
Crazy. Well, if you guys have any more questions about the game, feel free to send them in. We're here for as long as you ask us questions. Let's dive on in. Oh, before we dive on in, we have mail time.
Not a healthy way to put that.
I know, it always wins
Never
ends
leave.
badly. So we have a couple packages from Redbubble. This one is addressed to Du Bois.
Duh, boys.
Doesn't say who it's from.
Huh.
So, oh, well, I know who this is from. You want to take a package here?
Is this
Did someone pre-open this? Oh, you guys already opened
this
it.
old?
This is old.
This might be old.
This is from Meg.
This is not
We got more shirts.
new mail. This is
You just
just
leave mail in the mail time.
That's messed up.
just
Thanks, Meg. All right, but this second one, also from Meg. And this is genuinely new.
ideally different.
because
Well,
it hasn't been opened yet. Is that why we know for
this
sure?
one this one just arrived. This one I think you guys opened
Weeks ago?
like a day I was gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Weeks ago.
Look, this might be a surprise, but
Oh no! Are we getting trolled here?
and you get a shirt.
Stop sending us the same shirts.
Over and over.
just keep
It's
coming.
more of the same.
Just keep coming.
Well, we do love it. It is pretty fantastic.
John, you don't have one on your lap.
I'm so.
I think that's the problem. Is you
Is
don't
it
have
even
one
the
on
right
your lap.
size? Oh, it is.
Is it even the right size for your lap? What's your lap size, John?
No, I mean, no, you're right. Technically,
I may wear a medium shirt, but I have a small lap. So.
That's right. Well, thank you, Meg. We really appreciate it.
thank you, Meg.
It's kind of cold in here. Can also make a good wrap or
right.
like a hair shawl.
Let's let's get into some super chats here. Thank you, True Sherlock. Heyo Titans, big fan here. I noticed you like the Eldar gate thingy. So when the CSM will get a new codex in the year 2222,
Dude.
what rules should the Noctilith crown have? Keep up the good work. I think the crown does have cool rules. Makes you perils on doubles, right?
Yep.
Within 18 of it or something?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty close.
Which, if you can put it in the middle of the table, that's a big deal these days.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it does one other thing, but I don't.
5 plus invuln when you're wholly within 6.
Can people come out of it or no?
No.
No, you don't. It's not a.
It's not an actual.
I
not a
would
game.
not be like. What if they made it? What if they made
No, let's calm down.
That would be
Let's
pretty cool.
chill out.
it? That'd be.
Probably not just give everybody the same terrain piece that does the same thing.
It can be a little
But I want it.
worse.
The worst. That's so evil.
What if we just made the one-way portal worse?
Hey, can't be exactly the same.
Look, they are good abilities. One of the problems is it can be targeted. I think what makes the webway
really?
so.
The Noctilith crown?
Yeah, you can kill it. It's just a
Kill
vehicle.
the, what?
Yeah, it's like a bastion. If
What?
it was,
Are you sure about that?
yeah, dude, I play this army. I'm gonna look it up. If you,
I don't think you can kill the
can kill the
Noctilith crown. I don't think you can.
maybe you can.
I think it's a terrain piece.
You're a terrain
Canonically,
piece.
what comes out of it though? Demons?
It's a
Nothing comes out of it, John.
It's just just a portal.
It's not a portal. Do you know what a Noctilith crown is?
Do you?
No, I actually don't.
He doesn't
That's
know.
probably the root of this problem, actually.
So it's actually, from my recollection, it's actually there's parts of it that are made from black stone, and it's like a psychic, focuser.
Yeah.
Z psychic. It's just like a chaosy sort of thing.
So psychic comes out of it.
Kind of, yeah.
Cool.
Or anti-psychic. Yeah. 8 toughness 8, 14 wounds, 3 up save.
Weird.
It's really cheap though. Actually, it's only 85 points. But then again, the upgrade is 80 points. So look, if they made this thing unkillable, I literally would think it's actually super interesting. This model cannot move for any reason, nor can it fight in the fight phase.
Good to know.
Enemy models
Does it have 7
automatically hit
attacks?
this
That's
model.
crazy.
Yeah, because it's a building. Those are the building rules
Yeah.
from a long time ago.
Does it explode?
I don't think
Oh! No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Doesn't explode. The other thing, which I forgot,
Uh-huh.
so it's 24 inches for the doubles cause perils.
Ooh, that's big.
It does explode, actually.
Oh,
For
okay.
D6 within
It should.
D6.
That's really cool.
D6 within D6.
Less good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very chaotic.
All right.
No, but the other thing is your psychers within 6, full rerolls to cast.
Ooh,
pretty
this
good.
is kind of like already kind of good.
That's a lot of things.
Oh, and so that's the same bubble as the. I just kidding. That's the same. So the rerolls and the 5-up invuln, same bubble.
Okay.
Starts as a 6-up,
Yeah.
and then it goes up
6 inch.
6 inch, and then it increases
By 6?
by 3 inches each turn. So literally,
cool.
the only
Seems
thing
awesome.
they changed about this is it can't be killed.
But it's a unit, so it has to go in your deployment zone. That's kind of the big.
Yeah,
that's the
they changed
rub.
that and make it unkillable. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could put this in No Man's Land.
Has good rules.
pretty good.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So in 22-22, when fists still have rules to just kill buildings,
Yeah.
and
It's
the
meta.
CSM Codex comes out for
man.
the 35th edition of Warhammer,
Yeah.
Noctilith Crown is going to very slightly change.
Yeah.
It won't be
Slight
targetable, and it's a terrain piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Thanks, Grigeli. I have a question about Biltan and the Natural Leader Warlord trait. How useful will it be considering our units will be in reserves or in transports in the command phase? John,
Very
maybe
good.
you have some insight into
This
this.
is a very good question.
Yeah.
Like, as Biltan, you literally have to make sure something's out in the open that's core that can make use of the Chapter Master rerolls, is what he's talking about. And it's actually very difficult to do. I did it very poorly this last game
You used it 0 times.
because
No, he used it every time.
I used it every
Outrageous.
time. I didn't shoot at you.
Right, so you used it 0 times. They were doing an action for the entire game.
Yeah, so a lot of things coming from reserve. I felt like I had to do it because the Hive Guard.
Yeah.
So you're right, it's a little brutal. Guide is much more forgiving.
Right. In an army that has Guide, do you even want Chapter Master rerolls?
2 could be a lot. But I will say this. The Fire Dragons did nothing because they had to come in from reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were able to... Fire Dragons are another unit that you either want to come in with 9 inches or not, like just walk on, basically.
Yeah.
So I think this is the kind of thing that they really benefit from. That and also battle focus, frankly. Like I play BLT. I've been playing with BLTan, and I find that often a unit of Dire Avengers will be in the back. They'll get Chapter Master. They'll pop out, shoot, battle focus back, or frankly, get Chapter Master, pop out, shoot, battle focus onto the center point.
Sure.
So it's that kind of play. And Fire Dragon, same thing. You know,
Yeah.
to get within 9, also to move away and battle focus to be hidden.
Very good. Yeah.
But it is.
That's the
situational.
right play. Yeah, that's why I had 2 Dire Avengers on the list, because I wanted to start one on the board, one in a transport, or in reserve. But again, didn't want to get shot turn 1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's kind of brutal. And like you have a lot of transports too, so things that are in transports can't benefit from
Also
command
a problem.
phase
Yeah.
stuff.
Thanks, Zlaconian.
Yo.
15 girlfriend Burna Boys
Cool.
Yep.
with Zakrumps using Kating films in Wa near Woops. I can't read any of this. Golf. 15 golf Burna Boys with Zakrumps
2 Zapacrumpas.
Naturally.
using counting films in Wa near Warboss. What?
Cutting flames.
45 attacks.
Okay,
So
45 attacks, hitting on 2s,
Yeah, yeah,
exploding 6s,
yeah.
5 with the strat,
Uh-huh.
strength 5, AP2, 1 damage, 6s to wound, deal mortals, 13 points each.
Tantalized?
Ooh.
You left off the last part. penalized.
Well,
I think it's cool. I wish cutting flames. Yeah, this is a bummer.
Oh, cutting flame.
They used to have their flamers that you could also flip into a cutter for melee.
Power weapons.
Now it's a strat
Right.
to make them do that, which sucks. But having said that, look, they hit hard. That AP is nice. I think it's cool. It's actually not too huge of an investment, right? The strat is the thing that makes me the most sad, but the rest is fine. Burner Boys aren't crazy over like expensive, and some flamers in Orcs list are actually super useful because otherwise people screen you out. They throw just like some swooping hawks, and now you can't move through. So I think it's cool. We'll have to give it a go. We need to get Burner Boys on the channel.
That's 2 total CP, 1 each per strat.
The Goth.
Because the Goth strat and the...
I probably wouldn't do the Goth strat because that one's 2 command points. You only
so
do
what
it
do we-
on big units. No. I would just do the cutting flames. Exploding 6 is still good.
So here are my concerns. This is a very large unit, 15 models.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And I think it's overkill. I think you could probably get away with doing this with 10 models.
That's a good point.
You're paying less to get probably the same outcome. And it's an easier footprint to hide.
Sorry, what's the range of the flamers? 12?
It's 12-inch flamers, but this is a combat combo. So you flame something, charge something else.
I like it with Gaz because you get speed wall and regular wall. If you put these in a truck or it would have to be a wagon, they can advance out, shoot one target at AP1 now, and then charge another one. But without the mobility and that, you're right, it might be overkill.
Yeah, I think 15 models is...
10 fits in a truck,
Right?
which is nice.
10, I think 10's the way to go.
Good point.
Thanks, Kython. Hey, Titans. Eldar list. We have an Autarch on bike, a Farseer on bike, 3x10 Guardians, 2 Wraith Lords, 3x5 Wraith Blades with axes, 2 Wave Serpents, Iandin or Ynnari, Yvrain or Vizark.
Ooh.
What do you think?
This is interesting. Again, like when I see 3 Guardians, I'm like, oh man, that's expensive.
Oh yeah,
That's like,
because they're
90 points each
okay. Yeah,
for
not-
a troop slot,
that's
right? You're
John,
90.
my troops are 150 points.
Yeah, but it's for 1 wound T3 save 4 Guardians.
Yeah.
well, it's 10 wounds, and then intercessors are
I
95
get-
points
I get 9 wounds.
for 10 wounds. I know where you're coming from, but
You're just a privileged elf. All right, John, you're a
though.
privileged elf.
Drukari, yeah.
Drukari, though. So two of these Wraith Blades are going into Serpents. And then, Yandin or Ynnari.
Kind of torn because I like them both.
They're both really good. I would say you don't have a lot of throwaway, like little MSU, to benefit from taking, say, like the Incarn. So Ynnari is a little less cool. You're more likely to survive shooting, though, and benefit from like the +1 to hit, +1 to wound if you take so many Wraith, right? So that's intriguing. Oh, there's so many give and takes, right?
Well, so to get the +1 to hit, your unit has to be below starting strength, right?
Correct.
Which I feel like could be a little awkward with Wraiths. Because you have to lose a full 3-wound model before you
Right.
get that, which means something big is hitting you.
Right.
True.
Your opponent kind of has control over that, not you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I do like
difficult to
Iandin
arrange.
better.
It is, yeah, I'm saying it's like very situational, but I mean, the alternative is like running regular Craft World where everything's super squishy and you usually don't make use of it because the unit is just gone.
Yeah.
T3, really easy to pick up.
Blizzard transports can be good, right? Kind of like you were doing today.
Yeah, but then you're losing Wraith from exploding transports.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I think Iandin is going to give you that durability.
Sure. Yeah, you can't. I would say Yandin. I think we solved it. Yandin, more forgiving.
Yeah.
Probably a higher floor, lower ceiling. Ynnari, probably higher ceiling, kind of cool. A lot of cool tricks you can do, but you can really whiff it.
Also higher floor.
Yeah.
Lower
Lower floor.
No, higher floor. The starting, getting in there, it's much harder to get started and play it well.
we have
A
different,
low
We
floor
were-
is easy to get in.
different
Floor and
things.
ceiling are like the results, right? It's like the floor of your results versus the ceiling of your results. You can have super low results, low floor, high ceiling. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
best and worst are very spread apart
yeah.
for Yunari.
Yeah.
John and I were on the same page.
Gotcha. I was thinking about accessibility. Good point.
That was Kython.
Yeah, good question though.
What's up, Kython?
These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Play it out.
How weird? Okay, Yunari question. How do because it used to be if you brought like a Farseer in Yunari, they lose their spells, right? They can't
That's a good
cast.
question.
How does that work now?
So you lose, like the Doom Guide
Okay.
tree.
Sure.
You can still do Fortune. So you can still do like +2 to charge.
Oh, interesting.
Do they gain any
Right.
Yunari powers?
You can gain
There's a
Unite.
revenant
okay.
thing.
So it's just you just switch trees.
You
Got it.
switch, the main tree you switch.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. And the Yunari tree is actually pretty decent. It's actually quite good against like Custodes and stuff because there's a lot of +1 to wound, +1 to hit. 4 of invul, really great.
Yeah. Thanks, the last Longinus.
Hey.
Hey Titans, you guys are great. Thanks.
Thank you.
What kind of gaming friend has helped you guys out the most? For me, it was a group of old guys who didn't play with gray dudes. I finished project and upped my pain game.
Ooh.
What gaming
What kind of
friend?
gaming friend has helped you guys out the most?
Yeah.
I know when I was first starting out, getting out of the garage hammer and into actually public space is actually the first time I met Bridger. Having a friend like Bridger who's like very into the rules. Like you can still kind of see it today where I'm very like loosey-goosey. And I play, like serious casual.
Right.
Serious casual.
So
Seriously, Cat.
I don't think too
Casually
hard about
serious.
the rules, but I play into the space of where the rules are. But
Right.
knowing the specifics and the arguments of both sides, having someone like Bridger
Yeah.
that can read in between the lines and I don't know, just read the rules.
Well, but that also led us down some.
yeah,
crazy
there were
paths.
some crazy like
There were times where we really misinterpreted some rules because we were trying to push.
the boundaries
know,
of
like-
competitive,
People push the boundaries, and we were just nobody was there to tell us no.
yeah.
So we were
You never
just,
stop to think if you should.
right. Yeah, we just kept going.
That's fair.
Yeah, this is a good question. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Having a guy like, I don't know, Zach and Brett, hobby guys.
I mean, I think honestly, this channel, like having Adrian and Brian and John and Zach, like having this
Chat.
regular chat, like I'm not sure I would still be in 40K.
Aw.
Yeah.
How many 5 years later
Right.
Yeah.
without
Been
this?
5 years.
Yeah, craziness.
My attention span is like not Tabletop Titans hasn't been 5 years, but like I played the game
Yeah.
for like 5 years, and it's like I'm not sure. Like my attention span normally, I'll play a game for like maybe a year and then put it down.
Right.
Yeah. I'm very like that as well. And at this point, throughout my 40K career, I usually take a break after
Right.
a certain point, right? And
Yeah.
I've not in those 5 years taken a break. So it's just like, whoa.
He's
We're in
obsessed.
it. We're obsessed with it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I never take breaks. I just like find the thing and then I just do it.
Oh my god.
This is your life. You just
I just do it for like it was only very very recently that my group stopped playing Overwatch 1. And let me tell you,
Overwatch. Wait,
like-
and we played almost every week.
like they were shutting the
Since launch.
servers down, and you were the last person on the way out.
You know, yeah, we were like guys, this game like we need to stop. Like we're not even like enjoying it at this point. We're just waiting for the second game because it's a dead horse. But that's like what you do, and we're like invested in the community, and it's us. So that's always been a thing for me.
Blizzard actually emailed you, and they were like,
You need
"All
to
right,
stop.
like when you're done, shut off the server.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone else is left.
Turn off the lights on your way out."
Right?
Okay?
Oh my God. For me, the person that comes to mind first and foremost is Jeff Robinson, who was an amazing player and kind of took us under his wing a bit, and we'd go to his house and he would just, he'd just beat the crap out of us on Warhammer. And it's like, I know now looking back how much of a waste of his, like that's not practice for him.
Right.
He learned nothing from that.
Gosh,
And
that's
we
a
would
good
just
answer.
line up and just get whipped and beat and we learned a lot and he would teach us.
Yeah.
But for him it's like wasn't useful, but he just did it like out of the kindness of his heart. So I feel like the best way to improve is find, the toughest people to play and play against them, and I feel like he didn't have to do what he did. So
Yeah.
he for sure changed the way that I play the
That's a
game.
good answer. Yeah, because
Yeah.
when I got into 40K, I was just coming out of like like high school, I was in college, and I just stopped playing like StarCraft 2 competitively, and then like I stopped doing sports, and so like seeing Jeff like play for every inch and like very like StarCraft minded, where he's just like super micro intensive.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing. I need to like be more like this guy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, good question.
It was a good question. Thanks, Hytorian. So which army is the biggest threat to Eldari, and which armies are Eldari the biggest threat to?
Ooh, good question.
Threat to Eldari.
John and I disagree on what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to say
I know what you're saying.
almost everything in the Eldar Codex just demolishes Custodes. They're like, cool, we got a 2-up, 4-up. Eldar's like, all right, well, we jinx your 2-up to a 3-up and then rend 1 army wide. So we have mass shots
Yeah.
that are taking you to Invuln trivially. So our bad stuff is destroying you.
Yeah.
And then our good stuff, there's too many things you have to use your strats on, right? Custodes never want to be in a situation where 2 or 3 of their units are in danger, because Eldar will be like, cool, fire dragons here, and then a whole unit's gone, and none of your strats are relevant at all. And then you're like dooming another unit, and Custodes is like, turn off your rerolls. And then a Crimson Hunter goes into a different unit, and just gets all of its rerolls and kills everything.
Yeah.
Everything
Richard always
they
takes
do
like the
is
worst
so good.
situation.
Yeah.
Everything Eldar does is
I feel
so
like if
good
that
against
happens,
Custodes.
you played that game really badly as a Custodian player.
You can't hide from Crimson Hunters. What are you going to do?
The fire dragons
so
fire
simple.
at you. You
Come out of the webway. What are you going to do?
Turn off their rerolls.
Coming out of the... They auto-wound. The rerolls don't matter.
Well, why are you within range then? Why are you there?
Gotta play the objectives. Gotta play the
No,
objectives.
you just set up worse.
I'm currently ABCing. It's turn 2.
Yeah. What am I
Didn't charge
supposed to
anything
do?
yet.
What, am I going to shoot Melta missiles at them from across the table? Yeah, that Guardian right there. He's really dead.
John's disagreement. I'll speak for John. I like the.
Thank you.
No, because
My
I'm from
lawyer,
the same
sir.
perspective. How many times on the channel have we tried to do Custodes versus Eldar in the past, and we're like, oh right, because Eldar pick one thing and can target them, doom them, jinx them, all
Right.
these things, and Custodes are like, nope, we're gonna turn that off, pop all the buffs.
Mm-hmm.
So in
So
that sense,
telegraphed.
they're the best counter.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
Things
I'll
have
give you
changed.
that, but I don't know. I kind of stand on more on this side of the fence.
I think Eldar have so many ways to get rerolls now. Like, we were just
They
talking
can
about how
use
they
them
have
against you.
2 chapter masters. No, but that's the point. Is shutting off rerolls is so powerful against everybody else, because they often have one way to get rerolls. So this unit, boom, that's my brick.
Yeah.
This turn, I'm throwing my brick at you. But I can't do 2 units at once, because this is normal Warhammer.
Yeah.
But Eldar come out and they're like, no, we got rerolls everywhere.
Right.
Like, we're gonna reroll. We don't care. You shut off one, we're just gonna kill you somewhere else.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill you everywhere else.
It's not going to be in wounding though, and like Shuriken, it's going to wound you on.
No, you just have auto wounding in a bunch of places. So all of our
That's fair.
defenses
Well-
are irrelevant.
Fire Dragon's kind of hard to get in, but yeah, I see.
I think I don't know. Jury's out. I think.
We're just going to play it.
I think it's a really played well. I think if the Eldar, it's on the Eldar player to win the game, but I think the Eldar is heavily advantaged if he
Sure.
plays correctly.
Sure.
That's fair.
That's the correct assumption. I think things like Tyranids, kind of good. Hive Guard, really scary.
You're just saying that from today.
Not salty at all.
No, but the
Think about Tyrian
reason
Warriors.
the reason
Take,
Hive
2 or
Guard
3?
are so good is that Eldar try to stage and hide and then come
Yeah,
out,
Exactly.
and they're so fragile
Right.
that they can't hide outside of transports because Hive Guard will just pick them all up.
Yep.
And they can't hide in transports because Hive Guard will kill the transport and then double shoot and kill the thing inside.
Well, I think the overall in that matchup is actually not Tyranids. I do genuinely think that Hive Mind is key to that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I think regular Tyranids, you can Phantasm, you can be all in their face and just touch things.
That's true.
But the only reason you couldn't do that here was because of the blips.
Right.
So I feel like Hive Mind is tough. Tyranids, maybe still tough, but I think less so. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, Hive Mind.
And the Tau, we obviously have to talk about the Tau matchup.
Tau into Eldar.
I think it's brutal on both sides. I think it's actually a good matchup. I don't think anyone's super favored in terms of faction. List could definitely vary a lot.
Yeah.
They're both very expansive codexes where you can go anywhere with it. And so like if you have a Tau that has a bunch of SMS and a bunch of like ignore line of sight into, I don't know, a very aspect warrior heavy craft world, I think the craft world loses that one. If you're, I don't know, crisis broadsides, simple, maybe a few railguns, Tau against, I don't know, any craft world really, maybe Harlequins, Probably
Well, that's
gonna lose.
Harlequins would
Harlequins
crush
crush,
Tau.
yeah.
They're
Because
quite
you're
good.
always going to be hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
4s.
But, well,
The big
because it's
misnomer.
-1 to hit.
and
and
they marker light
As
you.
soon as you marker light, you lightning fast. I don't know.
Oh, back to 5s.
Back to 5s.
Your move,
No
Adrian.
reels.
Yeah, 1 unit. Again, this is like the Custodes thing.
Back to
You're
you.
assuming
That's true, yeah.
but yeah,
Now what?
it's just like this.
Well,
like
but you're
the-
not going to marker light everything, right? The thing that gets marker lighted gets lightning fasted.
Also
Because the
true.
Tau lists usually have only 2 sources of marker lights.
right. So you marker light both,
And one of
lightning
them
fast one.
often stays
and
in
kill
Deep
the other one.
Strike because
And if
they're going to lose the first one in a couple of turns.
Yeah.
and if you're playing against a good Harlequin player, now you're going to have to be within 24 inches to shoot anything.
Yeah.
Um,
No, yeah, I think that they're definitely advantaged, which I love. But
I think Harlequins might also be advantaged against Custodes.
I think so too.
and also Eldar, I think. Pure
Other Eldar.
Advantage
Craft
against
World,
Eldar.
Turn off all those rerolls and shooting.
You heard it here first. Harlequins, the new boogeyman.
It's actually quite spicy.
They beat everything.
Some people are saying. That's
what we're saying.
We'll see.
I think they're right.
Thank you, Arefzi. Hello, Titans. Got stomped with my AdMech by Tau today, playing another game tomorrow. What would have a better chance into Tau, in your opinion, between my Blood Angels or my Orcs? Unfortunately, my GSC aren't ready yet.
Okay.
GSC would be the answer. After that,
Orcs
is the
with
best of
a
those
lot of
three.
ramshackle.
Yeah, for sure. Orcs, transports, ramshackle.
Yeah.
I think both Goths and Speedwall have play into it. I really want to try my Speedwall into them. Actually, I did against Zach. It went well for the Orcs.
You're gonna have some really good games as Orcs in a Tau because not every list runs a lot of strength 8 or better. A lot of the strength is around like 7 or 5, right?
Right. And you be in your transports until you're in combat.
Yep.
And then you don't care if you die.
Yep. Boom, boom.
There you go. Best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck.
They're a tough nut to crack.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rewarding when you beat them though.
It will.
That's the
It'll be like
challenge.
a Dark Souls boss.
True.
Or Elden
An
Ring
Elden
boss?
Ring boss.
No, Dark Souls
Still
boss.
can't believe you're not playing Elden Ring, John.
Oh, why would you say
So
that on
upset
the
about
internet?
this. I'm so upset.
Oh no!
You've been
Canceled.
outed. You've been outed, John.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Doesn't play Elden Ring, canceled.
Yeah.
Oh
Are you even
my
a real streamer?
goodness.
Thanks, Ergen Claw. Hey, Titans. Your local Red Scorpion Iron Hands player here.
All right.
What should my go-to Action Monkey unit be now after R&D doesn't work with my 3 Bolt Inceptors and bumping up to 5 becomes overcosted? Certainly don't use Inceptors to do R&D anymore.
Yeah, this doesn't work anymore. Dude,
Infiltrators?
Infiltrators. I take 2 of them. You can Guerrilla Tactics 1. Yeah, I love 2 Infiltrators now for Marines. If I was playing Marines, that all day. Shuts down.
For a lot of reasons, right? You
Yeah.
want Infiltrators because we're back to caring about the no man's land deployment.
Yeah.
We care about screening people out from deep strikes with Gene Circle,
And webway placement. and
webway
formats.
nonsense.
Yeah.
And they're doing actions. They can be a 5-man that does R&D without fail because they're troops. They slice, they dice, they do everything but kill. They're great. Everything except lethality.
They slice, they dice, they don't slice.
They don't dice.
They don't dice.
But they're dishwasher friendly.
Yeah, for sure.
You can just leave them out. They don't get a smell. They're bacteria resistant. You know, they do everything except
Machine washable.
kill.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks, Hamsterdam.
Hey, what?
Hey, Titans. Happy weekend. How many Void Weavers would be in a light...
Ooh, we
we're
haven't
missing some words here.
settled that yet. Is it the light?
Oh, yeah, I want to know.
How many
You
Void
didn't capitalize
Weavers
light.
would
Wow.
fit in a light Harley's army? Is 6 prismatic Void Weavers too many? Also, 1x5 Haywire bikes or more?
We were actually talking about this before the
Right
stream.
before.
Look, I don't think 9 is enough.
You're crazy. I am so... Like, 9 might be good, but, like, what are you doing
As
with your
light?
life?
Wait, Void Weavers or Haywire bikes?
Void Weavers. I'm still not convinced on Haywire bikes, but...
Yeah,
Light is-
I'm actually.
The can't be hit on better than 4s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Outside 12.
the move after you're being shot, or charged.
Yeah.
Strat?
6. Yeah.
So yeah, Void Weavers are great for them because you're hanging back, and now you have hit transhuman, -1 to hit, and no rerolls.
They ignore Overwatch, or is that dark?
That's dark.
Yeah. Is there? Oh no, there's strats that you literally just said it.
Why? Can we just take a second? Why did they name them Light, Dark, and Twilight?
Are you asking about the Twilight or just in general?
No, the
Dark,
three names are
Twilight.
terrible.
Isn't there? There's a fourth one, is there not? What's
No,
the
there's
fourth?
just 3.
Oh, that's weird.
What else would there be? Oh, I guess the opposite
Midnight?
of Twilight is
Right. That's why Twilight's kind of weird.
dawn.
Dawn. Oh,
Well, dawn and dusk. Twilight is actually after dusk, isn't it? Twilight is the start of evening,
Right.
and dawn is the
So
beginning of
like
day.
pre-dawn.
Dawn
think of
and
that,
dusk.
Pre-dawn, light, dusk, and dark.
Because if it's symmetric, it's right before dawn, right?
Right. Pre-dawn.
Pre-dawn, yeah.
Yep.
okay.
I'm sure there's a name for that.
They should have been
anyway,
light, dark, twilight, and pre-dawn.
their names are terrible.
My question is, I'll see you that, and I'll up you. Why are they called Sadaths? You know
Yeah,
about this?
that was-
Sadath?
They're not called masks anymore with a Q. They're Sadath. Sadath. Saedath. That's a chapter for Harlequins.
That's
What does that mean?
I don't.
That's
I
awesome.
definitely
Yeah,
haven't
that's
read all
pretty
the
good.
Harlequin lore, but I don't know this word. I don't like this word.
that's. They're trying to get a little fancy for
Sadath.
their boots
I
here.
feel. I don't know.
Bad mouthfeel.
Yeah. Anyways, back to your actual question. I've been playing with 3. I'm gonna try 6. I don't know that it's too many, honestly.
Look, if anyone has Void Reavers that I can buy, let me know.
You're mad.
Because I'll run 9 if you can get me
so
9.
evil. And
I
then
feel
the
it's
haywire
just-
bikes.
It's just Venom spam again, is it?
No.
Except not transports and they have guns.
Oh wait, Void Reavers are the
So it's the
weapon
gunboat.
platform.
Yeah.
because.
Why can you take 9 of these?
Because they're
they're-
coming squads of 3 now.
Oh, interesting.
And they have like almost fire prism guns, like mini fire prism guns.
Were they
They
in
are.
squads before, or did they break
I don't
up?
think they were. Were they?
I
in
didn't
squads?
think they were.
Yeah, I think they.
And
broke
nobody
up
ran them
before.
because they were terrible.
Yeah, and now you want 9 of them. It's crazy.
Haywire bikes.
I don't know how I feel about this.
So, okay, here's what I will say is if you're running light, I think the bikers in general become more interesting. Because my problem with them is all their weapons are heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Light is the only one where you can advance and still shoot without penalty. If you're not taking light, I really don't like the bikes.
You still can't prismatic blur with them though.
For the
Yeah.
invuln?
The 3-up invulns
Yeah.
infantry locked now.
Good.
I think there are cases for 1 unit.
Yeah, because
But-
you can cast a spell on them, make them untargetable.
Yeah.
Outside like 12 or 18.
You can fire and fade.
Fire and fade.
Honestly, you know what another reason? I don't know about a unit of 5, but I would consider 1 or 2 small squads for the performance, the Harlequin secondary, because there's 4 ways to score that. There's a lot of them, but one of the easiest, well, the 2 easiest ways: take an objective that you didn't hold, and having a unit in your opponent's deployment zone.
Yep.
Now that second one is the easiest one to do if you have the right tools. And the other, because other ones are kill 2 units in shooting or 3 units in melee. So you want to go for those first 2.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
jet bikes jumping over and getting in
That
there is
escalated very quick.
great, right? They're like, good luck, kill 15 units.
So it's
And
just
that's
the first.
half of your requirements, by the way.
Just the first 2 then. Okay, cool.
It's just the first 2. And I've been making it work, but it's usually like a Star Weaver that hops over and fires and fade like into the deployment zone. So it's a lot of work.
I saw that.
A
Yeah.
jet bike could just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot of the turns, unfortunately. Anyways,
Good point.
There you go. Thank you. Wait, where? No, we just did that. Thanks, Siege Roots.
Yay.
The big question to me is, do I favor infiltrators or incursors? Incursors have haywire mine, get to hit on 2s after moving. They're gonna ignore cover, and the strat allows them to ignore lookout, sir. That last part, I would say, is almost entirely irrelevant. What character are you gonna kill with bolters?
ethereal.
Bodyguard. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Got you there.
You.
So I wouldn't consider that. Ignore cover's nice, but again, not.
I think the better selling point is incursors are cheaper. Yeah.
They're cheaper, but they also don't screen out deep strike as much.
True.
They don't have the
No, I'm definitely pro infiltrators.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we missed the pro here.
I think this is in the Vanguard Spearhead, so I would start with 2 to 3 infiltrators, and after that, maybe some incursors because they give you a different tool. So it depends on how many troops you're running, in my opinion. If you're trying to run 6, like a full battalion, then maybe 3 of each, honestly.
Could you imagine playing Gene Stealer Cult against a full army of infiltrators.
It'd be
You
horrible.
They were like
walk out and get a beer
It's
or something.
horrible.
5 squads of infiltrators.
Oh my god.
It's your worst nightmare.
That would be so. Oh my
Just
god.
give
It's
him
worse
the
than.
stink eye and just pack up.
Yeah. Yep. It's worse than Forewarned for sure.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
That's horrible.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm more on the infiltrator side, Sea Druids.
Yeah. They're a cool
we
model
are.
too. Cool model line.
Well, it's basically the same model.
Well, the Incursors have
feel
the
like they're-
visors.
I feel like the infiltrators have like cool little doohickeys and stuff. I don't know.
The visors for incursors are cool, but the fact that their knives are just worse than chainswords, I'm out.
Okay, think
I'm
about
out.
what. Listen to what you just said. Their knives are worse than chainswords.
Yeah, it's a combat specialist
To be
unit
fair.
that has a worse combat weapon than the thing that every basic Space Marine was equipped with 20 years ago.
Wait,
they
no,
get an
they're the
extra
same, aren't
attack or
they?
something?
They get extra attack on their AP1. Isn't it literally the same? Sing, 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 sing.
No, they're not. They're missing one of those two. They don't give an extra attack, I think is the thing.
They should get 2 extra attacks. If it's smaller
They
than
had-
chainsword,
Yeah.
They used to have exploding 6s. That's what the knives did.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
took that away.
Yeah.
I don't think they give an extra attack. They're just rend 1. They're worse than chainswords.
That's fair. That's fair.
give them a butter knife. Jeez.
Exactly. Just give them a
Why
butter
not
knife.
at that point?
Thanks, Broken Chef. Thoughts on Fire Slayers and Deepkin reviews?
Ooh.
When do we get AOS Phillips Edition? Blah, blah, blah. AOS, blah, blah, blah. John is a fiend on so many levels.
Oh my god.
John, you're a fiend.
This was obviously written before I lost.
Nah.
No, he would have done it anyways.
So I'm
Actually
excited. I'm excited for Fire Slayers. I read the Goonhammer review this morning. They seem disappointed, but this is like a pivot in what the book does. It used to stack saves. It doesn't do that anymore. Now it just fights. It just fights a lot. It just fights nonstop all the time, around the clock fighting. And I'm excited for that. That's like my jam. It's a destruction codex in order, which means I can now pretend to play order.
I love it. It's so perfect. We needed more order armies, so there you go.
There we go. What about Edeneth?
Edeneth are really cool. I like what they've done with the place. And I think while the Fire Slayers book gets a lot more complicated in some ways, the Edeneth actually gets simpler. They've sort of consolidated things. Like each of their enclaves, which are like that's their Saidats, they just do one thing. There's no relic, there's no warlord. It's not required, but they're all they're hugely impactful. You know, like one of them is like, oh, you have this heroic action, let's your eels. You pick one eel and they get to be in the fallback in charge or the advance in charge category. So super cool. And so I like what they've done with it. Very flavorful, very interesting. I think it's a cool book and it feels like manageable, which is awesome. The one bummer is the shield eels. They used to be immune to rend, but now they're like ghosts. You can't modify their save plus or minus.
You know, I
Probably
think
what it
that's
should be.
healthier for the game.
You think a 2-up unrendable is not
Was
healthy?
probably not healthy.
That's fair. But they do have the ability that when they charge, they get a 3-up. Because they just say, change their characteristic to a 3-up.
Right.
It's not modified.
Right.
So they're not bad.
But they can't get a. They
can't-
can't get a 2-up.
You can't get a 2-up, and you can't get like Mystic Shield
Right.
or Cover or all that stuff. So, it's good. It's going to be really cool.
I think that's totally reasonable and fair.
Yeah.
When do we get AOS? Well, Phillips Edition, I don't know, but AOS is on Monday.
It's going to be Monday.
And you guys are playing tomorrow. Playing
Yeah.
a bunch of games. Just
Yeah.
taking up the whole studio.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
We're very excited
Wow.
for Sigmar.
That was a very biased way to put that.
Yeah. It's like there's undertones there.
Taking up the whole studio.
Just taking up
What about some 40K?
What's up with that? Do you even play 40K anymore?
John, you're getting left in the dust. You got to learn AOS, all
I
right?
know, I do. I'm actually jealous.
Thanks, Willow.
Yeah.
Really interesting game, y'all. 2 thoughts. 1, Psychic Secondary instead of Assassination, maybe.
Wait.
You should have taken a Psychic
Yeah.
Secondary instead of Assassination. And then 2, Harlequin's Patrol. Why no Harlequin Patrol, John?
Yeah, we're trying to show off Buelltan, guys. We played Harlequins on Tuesday.
Yeah, please.
Well,
Willow also is saying they're looking for splashing thoughts.
no, that's amazing. Yeah, Splashing Harlequins, really great. As Buelltan, I don't know. I would probably take Oathway or like a custom with a Harlequin detachment. I feel like if you're Buelltan, you want to take into Aspect Warriors.
Right.
Assassinate over Psychic, I was like, during my first and second turn, that would probably be a really good idea. But you probably would have played very differently.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
My idea was like, oh man, if he throws the characters at me or the monsters, I'm in deep trouble, and he's denying me. At least I can get assassinate. I'm denying him utilizing those monsters. So it was like a give and take, right? It fluctuates. It changes how the game is played.
Right. That can be much more aggressive.
Yeah.
It is weird, yeah, because in some ways assassination was your downfall, but
Yeah.
again, it is
You
one of
played
those
around
pieces.
it. You played.
But like you said, it's easy to say because if you would do one thing, then the other side would change. You know.
Yeah.
I think you should have done ritual or scrying.
Yeah, I thought about those. Honestly, that was definitely the easy next one.
What does Scry do?
So you have to do it on a different objective every time.
Yeah.
It's 3 points. It starts at a 5 and it goes up by 1 every time.
Yeah, and I didn't do anything with my Psyker's turn.
That would have been good. I think ritual would be tough because I could.
Oh, for sure.
I can position.
Literally coming to you.
Yeah. The Scry, that sounds pretty spacey.
Well,
Yeah.
I meant ritual, the one where you're in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you would just go fight him.
Well,
I would
be
just
in
be within
deny
24
range already.
and potentially Shadow of the Warp.
Yeah, but he has to go, for scrying, he has to go to every objective anyway.
But he's got
At
one in
least-
his back and 2 easy ones.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's a 3 per.
Yeah, so that's 9 points.
It's like what we
Nine.
did for Zach. It's
Compared
like
to
at
the
least we'll
3
get.
assassinate that you got.
Yeah.
Wow. Rub it in.
Yeah,
But that also means I'm not doing psychic powers, right?
Which are also clutch.
So.
so it's a real trade-off.
I like that you're doing 2 Farseers and a Warlock. It's one of my big questions with the book still is like, how much do you want?
You know, John, if you have 3 Farseers,
So easy. It's so easy to take a lot of Psykers.
you would have an extra Farseer to do the act.
Okay. I wasn't sure where you were
didn't
going.
follow that train of thought.
Luckily, nowhere. Turns out.
Just dead end. That's another thing you have to look out for. Psykers and characters for Craft World, already super intriguing to take. Once you issue in a Harlequin patrol, now you have even more characters. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Gotta be really careful.
That's a big question for regular Harlequins even. You know, we played on Tuesday, and I had 5 characters, so I was like, assassinate. And like, now I literally can't use my solitaire.
Yeah.
Because everyone else has to be close anyways. Yeah. So it's a tough thing.
It's tough.
Thanks, Etrian. 22 orc boys are all that are standing in between you and your Archon. John will likely come along with Zach. Wait.
Zach's Farseer?
As their kind of matched thing in my head. What? Oh, okay. I understand. This is a paint cue. All right. I totally understand where. Okay, let me start over. 22 orc boys are all that are
I
standing
see.
in between you and your Archon, John.
Got it.
This is the paint cue. Will likely come along with Zach's Farseer as their kind of matched thing in my head. Chances of seeing elf versus dark elf. 7.
Yo.
See, now it took me a second to understand that super chat, but this one I actually got on my own. I didn't need help.
I've seen the models. Obviously, they're not painted yet. Really great conversions. I think Etherian is amazing at these little kit bashes,
yeah.
so super awesome. I think we talked about this before. We were considering doing elf, like Craft World versus their dark kin, Drukhari, to kick it off.
Both sides
but
should bring a webway.
I'm just super confused there. We should no. What's better? We should share the webway. Really?
Share them.
Neither of you pays for it. It's just part of the mission. You both get a webway.
Yeah, exactly. We'll for sure do it. We definitely want to, so we're working on planning it actually right now.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Ethrain, for sending. There was a bit that was missing from the octopus.
Oh yeah.
So we just got that package in the mail, which, by the way, definitely going to make it into Mel's first list.
Dude, I gotta start pushing Zach to do the Ogres, so that I can play the Firebelly you sent. Because I really want to play.
Yeah,
Although now, I kind of want them to get a codex because
I know. It's just, yeah.
I was
Nice.
like, let's say 6 months ago, I was totally chill with just playing a garbage AOS army and not caring.
Yeah.
But now I've been literally handed on a silver platter a pretty decent AOS army, and I'm like, okay, so I have Gargants and they're pretty good. I have Fire Slayers and they're pretty good.
He just sees blood.
Or I could play Ogres, which are one of the worst armies in the game. I might wait for their codex.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, look, you did bring the Ogre book today, though, so
Something's going on there.
something's going on. You're either trying to bring it to play it or bringing it to get rid of
Just
it.
returning it to the library.
Yeah, exactly. The Fire Slayers book, he's just like, of course I should have it. Why shouldn't I have it? It's mine.
Thanks, Freestyler.
Yo,
Hey Titans, love the shirt. Need only bandanas and gang sign now.
oh no, that took a turn.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, did I correctly understand Harlequins with light and mirror all units count as 6 inches further away? What?
No, I don't.
Gets only
I
hit on
literally
fours.
thought about this. Earlier,
this?
I thought about this combo.
What is he asking?
So light, right? The chapter tactic, outside of 12 inches, you
Can
don't
only
hit
be
on 4 or
fours.
better.
Yeah.
But mirror, which is the what's it called? The Shadow Seer spell, the aura, makes you count as
6 inches
farther.
Yeah. Does that
That's
stack?
super broken.
That stacks?
That means 6 inches.
So you have to be within 6 inches to hit them
Yeah.
on better than fours.
So I'll be honest, I was not convinced about light until I saw that, and I was like, "This is pretty good." But the whole
So that
It's not
I
actually
did think of
mirror
this
anymore,
combo.
that's Gloom Spider. Oh no, it isn't Gloom Spider. Yeah, Mirror Architect. Yeah, that
do you
combo.
think it's a combo?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it works. They count as being
It's
6
amazing.
inches farther away.
It's amazing. You have to be within 6 inches. That is interesting.
Okay, yeah, I thought of it too. I'm like, oh no, that can't work. That can't be intentional.
No, the way it works.
There has to be like a shooting only, or like
They are shooting only.
or like a.
Your smites don't count as 6 inches farther away.
Okay.
When you're the target of a shooting attack, if you're more than 12 inches
third.
away, cannot be hit on better than 4.
But then that counts for within 12. Like,
But
what
you
if you
count as
have?
being 6 inches farther away.
yeah.
Like, what if you have a 30-inch gun?
Uh-huh.
You're 13 inches away.
Yeah.
You're
Well, the range of
still
your gun's
24.
not relevant.
Yeah, the range of your gun doesn't change. Which
So
is what
you
Or
are.
so, no, I guess the question is mirror for. Oh my god.
What are you getting at here, John?
I don't know.
Okay, so you're 13 inches away, which is a poor example because you're already in light range. So let's say you're 7 inches away, right? The mirror says you count as being 6 inches farther away, so you count as being 13 inches away. You're outside light range. You
Okay.
only hit on fours.
Yeah. Sure.
you know what makes it even better?
I have to read this now. This is crazy. That's really strong,
No,
guys.
it's really, really, really strong. That's the thing that makes light to me. Combined with the fact that their relic is the Shadow Stone, which increases your auras by another 3 inches. So you have a 9-inch bubble of giving that out. So you
Yeah.
can be much more, because only one Shadow Seer can have this. But you
Right.
can be right in the middle, be like boom, boom, got the thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You good, John?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. All right.
It
You want to head
sounds
back to the
I
Crusade
think-
section?
Yeah, for sure. That's my safe space. That's really good. No, yeah, it definitely kind of sparked a light bulb for me when I saw that.
pretty good.
But I just thought it just couldn't be a thing.
You guys should
It's
both
so
go back
strong.
to just being Harlequin players.
I'm thinking about
Only
it.
ever play Harlequins.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Okay, cool.
Welp.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thanks. Overboard. Do you guys plan on playing an Iandan list? I'd love to see all Wraith units at work. Currently building my own list now. Just built a Wraith Knight. We gotta get Wraith Knights on the table.
Yeah.
I can get a Wraith on the
Happen.
table.
John has 5.
Yeah. I mean, someone has to paint them. They're all red right now. They're just base
Well,
red.
that you
paint?
didn't mention.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, the blood of the enemies that they used to they have.
Look, yeah, we will. A Wraith, yeah. We were just talking about this.
Yeah,
So
totally.
we want to get them on, but also our Wraith, we all have some Wraith units. It's like the Vanguard
not me.
Spearhead problem.
I don't have
It's kind of the
We all
theme-
have Wraith units, Bridger.
Yeah, it's the Tau and Craft World problem. It's the Space Marine problem where like we all have our own collections. None of them match.
Right.
We need to somehow.
It's not
It's going to be
cohesive.
like a rainbow
Rainbow Wraiths.
Eminem.
Rainbow Road of Wraiths.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wraith Bow. You can get away with it with like the Aspect Warriors and other stuff because
Yeah.
they're already kind of crazy colors, but the Wraith is tougher. I don't know. We'll look into it.
Yep. Totally.
Whoa.
Yep. Ian. Oh, cool chapter.
We'll figure it out. Thanks, Blake. Glad you like the Titans family meme. Sorry, not sorry, Bridger, for making you the thing.
It's so good.
Follow up from Discord. Cast yourselves in Twilight films.
Twilight
Oh
films.
my
Now-
gosh.
Maybe I'm the only one.
Uh-huh.
I don't really know anything about
Twilight.
Twilight.
It's been a while.
Me
It's
neither.
been a while.
Been a while.
Oh, Adrian also doesn't know anything about
I
Twilight?
actually have never seen them. So
What?
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought
I don't know. I just
John, you?
I've seen them. It's been probably
Been a while.
like
Which team am I on?
7+.
I remember there were teams. Everybody picked a side.
Team.
Yeah, there's werewolves and vampires.
Yeah.
How about we start there and we drill down?
Okay.
Vampire or werewolf?
Well, vampires, obviously.
Yeah, vampires are way cool.
Well,
You have to be werewolves
yeah.
now.
Well,
Sorry, John.
no.
Vampire team is full.
We're just gonna beat up on you. Sorry, dude.
Wow. Unbelievable.
John, he who strikes first strikes last. Remember?
But like, what about in between though? Like, what happens then?
Okay, so we're drilling down from there. We're vampires. Who are the vampires?
Oh geez.
Is Robert Pattinson?
Edward.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Edward
Okay, I
Scissorhands,
recognize
got
him.
it.
Eddie.
He's a vampire, right?
He's a vampire.
Sure.
See, like I knew we picked the right team.
Confirmed.
Is he the main
He's
character?
fast. He's like all into like sprinting.
Okay.
Whatever you were before, you're just better at it. Fast dude.
Wait, is the other guy Taylor
There's-
Lautner?
Yeah, he's a werewolf.
That is the other guy?
That's the only werewolf I know, so that's probably who I am.
Yeah.
We're picking sides in a very strange way here.
Well, you said I'm a werewolf, and that's the only werewolf I know.
I don't literally. That's the only. It's those two, which I'm really proud that I actually remember the name, and then the Kristen Stewart, of course.
Who is? Wait, oh, who's also?
She's the girl
Did she pick
in
a
the
side?
middle.
She's like.
That's the whole deal, isn't
She's.
it?
Are you gonna spoil it?
Will
Does she
I?
pick a
Won't
side?
I?
There's like a prescient
I love
girl.
both of them.
There's a prescient girl?
Like can
Prescient girl.
see,
She can see the future?
She's a
future.
scientist. She does pre-science.
Yeah.
I feel like we're really butchering.
We're really. There's some really hardcore Twilight fans out there. They're gonna-
Hopefully
We're
not
not
on
even
this
here
stream.
This is
'cause-
not the bare minimum. I'll be honest.
All right, sorry, Blake. I don't think we can answer your question.
I think we nailed it.
I think we got it.
Thanks, SP. Hey, Titans, just tuning in. Quick question. Oh, it moved. How does Craft with Eldar and Harlequin rules, stratagems, traits, etc. work when you take a patrol of Harlequins?
Yep.
Want to do Ulthway Patrol and Light Patrol.
Great-
Ooh, good
great
path.
question.
That's a great
Light
combo.
Dark is such stupid name. It just, in context,
Light
it still
Project.
sounds stupid.
Light Patrol. How about Dark Patrol?
Light
It just
Patrol.
sounds so stupid.
Heavy
What were they
Patrol.
What
thinking?
about Twilight Patrol?
Twilight Patrol.
They used to be
like a
two-word.
band.
It was like a composure. It was like the name of Magic card. It was
Frozen
like
Stars.
Frozen Star. Right. Like
Yeah.
falling.
Those
Whatever.
were way cooler. Why would they?
Why would they switch it to light? I'm playing a Light Patrol.
I think they did have to rename them because there were 6 of them before, and they just kind of smushed them down to 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know why I don't know.
So they shortened
I don't
the names.
hate it, I'll
they
be honest.
smushed them all together and they
I
shortened
still
the
think it
names
should be
into
the light, the
nonsense.
dark, and the twilight.
The dark.
But that would also sound stupid. I'm playing an Ulthway Patrol and the Light Patrol.
No,
That sounds so
be
dumb.
smart about it. Anyways, hold on. All right. So this is a question that I've heard a lot of people ask because
Yeah.
it is confusing.
Look,
Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't want to say anything
lose
wrong.
anything?
I believe you keep Strands of Fate, but you don't get Luck of the Laughing God. Luck of the Laughing God, you have to be pure Harlequins.
That's obvious. Yeah, you definitely. That's correct. Yeah.
John's like that. Come on,
we knew
Adrian.
that already.
Come on.
I want to make sure we get it right.
Why would you even
To
say
reiterate.
You know, just
You're mostly a craft world. You're just happening to take a band of players, right? Band of traveling players. Yep.
well, it's a patrol.
Patrol. Patrol of
And that
of
patrol
players.
gets all your tactics, your say death rules. The stratagem-wise, it's all the same. So you can see here, it's
They still get all
this
those
is
strats.
1,
Yep.
2, 3 full spread pages of strats, and they're kind of mixed in. The last third is pretty much all Harlequins, but they're kind of mixed in, very
Yeah.
confusingly.
The one thing I am trying to remember, can you take traits and relics with that patrol?
If they have a strat for it, yeah.
If they have a strat for it.
Your free
Traits.
Warlord Trait and Relic has to be in the same detachment as your Warlord.
I mean, is
After
there
that,
is
use
there a
strats.
header that says must have a warlord from this?
It's so complicated, they have a bunch of
They do
examples.
have example pages of like, here's how you're allowed to construct
Yeah.
a Yunari army. Here's how you're allowed to construct a Harlequin mixed army.
Okay, so if your army includes a craftful detachment, excluding auxiliary support or super heavy auxiliary detachments, then you'll gain access to the relevant craftful stratagem. You get that. And then for the pivotal roles, at least, it says if your army is Battleforged, includes any Harlequin detachments, excluding the ones that we just mentioned. You can do those upgrades, which I assume means you can also do your Exarch powers, Battleforged, any Assyriani.
Yep. So you get all the craft world benefits, and apparently you get all of the Harlequin benefits as well.
You just don't get Luck of the Laughing God.
You just don't. Yeah, you just don't get Luck of the Laughing God.
Because if every unit from your army has Harlequin's keyword,
Yeah.
Excluding unaligned, and then Strands of Fate. So, in my opinion, this one is actually a little not clear.
Can you use Strands of Fate on a Harlequin unit?
No. So it's a keyword base.
But here's my problem. If every unit from your army has the Assyriani keyword and is drawn from the same craft world,
But you,
Harlequins do not.
yeah.
Excluding model, go ahead.
You have to look at the traveling players.
Wait, but it said excluding something?
Excluding Anrath,
Right.
which
Okay.
is the pirates,
course,
Got it.
unaligned.
Yeah.
Because to me, this doesn't necessarily allow
Gosh, you-
traveling players.
Yeah.
If your army's Battleforged, one Harlequin's patrol detachment in your army can have this ability. A detachment with this ability is ignored for any mission pack rules that require any unit in your army to have at least one faction keyword in common. That doesn't say anything about...
That.
Oh, no, here it is. Harlequin units within such a detachment are excluded when determining your army faction.
There you go.
Cool.
And when determining if every unit from your army has a certain keyword ability.
There you go.
There you are. Cool.
So you do get Strands of Fate.
But not
You
left.
don't get Laughing God
Cool.
That's
You
the
can
only
pay
thing.
for warlord traits and relics.
Yep.
What
for the Harlequins.
was I gonna say?
Yep.
But you can't choose from the secondaries for Harlequins. But you can from the craft world
You can?
because it doesn't count.
Right, because it doesn't count as part of your army. When you're trying to say, is your whole army blank?
Right.
The Harlequin's detachment doesn't count.
Nice. There you go. I know it's
We
weird.
did it.
That's complicated.
Right? It's a lot.
It's good though.
It's good,
It's
yeah.
You're paying CP, but yeah, man, it could be a big sink in CP.
Could be.
But it's really good.
You're unconvinced?
No, I think it's very good, and I would do it as Oathway and Light as well. So yeah,
Cool.
really well done. I think you're on the right path. SP.
Cool.
The Path of Light.
Thanks, Tyler. Question for
Totally.
Adrian.
What's up, Tyler?
Did you get an answer to what the ammo runt does? Is a unit equipped with it, does a guy get full rerolls, or do you reroll a single die?
I was not able to get official confirmation. So, yeah.
Just
I
like when
remember
I asked
this.
about Trajan.
I know, right?
They kind of just...
They thought it wasn't necessary.
They told me that I submitted the question wrong.
Yeah.
Try again.
So without that clarity, we're going to continue to play it as we believe it to be intended, which is not. It's not the unit. It's the one model. So, but thanks for checking in. I appreciate it, Tyler. Hope you're doing well.
Thanks. I am Alfares. Hey, guys.
Yo.
What do you think they need to make taking Chosen interesting? And if CSM got Beastmen, what role would they play? Beastmen?
That'd be cool.
Like from fantasy?
Well, there's Zangors. There's Zangors.
Yeah, but that's not Beasts of Chaos. That's like
That's more pure chaos
Like-
spawn, right? Or like
Wooden shields and everything. I like it.
but Beasts of Chaos is like it's
No, I think what they're saying is, they like Zangors work with Thousand Suns. If they made like a Beastman, like Zangor's fourth Chaos Space Brains, like it's like an unlined Zangor thing.
I could be convinced that's. I think I could be sold on that. I could replace cultists. Really, I mean GW hates cultists, so probably just replace cultists with like some kind of gnarly beastman. Cultist.
Yeah, it could be cool because it could be an intermediary between like multi-wound but maybe pricey
Right.
CSM, dirt cheap cultists, and I think they'd want to give something to like really make you want to take them in big units again. And then in between, you got your Beastman,
Dog people.
dog people, sometimes cat people. Actually, that's never been a thing.
Yeah, I don't think there's many cat people.
is Beastman
mostly
in
dog people.
Blackstone Fortress? Is that right?
Urgles
Oh,
are.
That does ring a bell.
Urgles.
There are, yes, there's Urgles there too.
I don't remember any beast people. Are you thinking Forsaken City?
Bramble. They're just. I see. I'm just reading chat. It says Blackstone.
It rings a bell.
Beastmen from Blackstone. What?
Well, there's also a Beastman in Necromunda.
There were a lot of
Beastman Bounty Hunter.
expansions. Blackstone Fortress had a lot of expansions, so it's possible that I missed one of the 20 expansion packs.
They also had Squad.
Fun game.
They did have, well, they kind of skirted around them being squats, the twins.
No, those are not squats, but they have an actual squat.
They have
in
an actual
Forge World
squat
9.
now?
Yeah, he's like full beard, everything. The other guys are
Ratmen.
whatever.
Rattlings? What?
Don't say that.
What?
Whatever the rattling race is.
Hold on. Why is it not okay to say Ratmen, but it's okay to say
A
Rattlings?
rattling is like a unit. They're not actually called they're not like, hello, I'm a rattling. That's like his unit. It's like a
Okay.
Mr. Vanguard Ranger is not actually a Vanguard Ranger. That's not a unit. I just combined.
I feel like if you're offended at the name of your unit, you should just be offended.
You
like,
didn't say the
not-
unit. You said rat man.
I can't help it. That's what they are. They crossbred humans and rats. What do you want me to call them? They are rat men.
Oh man. Yeah. Chosen. What would you do to make Chosen good? I think an extra wound would be nice.
For starters.
It's a good start.
They need to be differentiated. They're the veterans of CSM, right? So they need to do something special.
I think now that we're seeing like the new kit is in Omens, and they still have like one guy has random lightning claws and one guy has like Milta. So I want them to be like really good. You gotta lean into that at this point. Like that's
Yeah.
the kit. Lean into making them just really amazing and add, tough to kill.
Yeah.
Lots of tricks. I don't know.
Because Zordi's so hard to utilize them. So they need to be good, right?
Yeah. I don't think it'd be crazy if you gave him 3 wounds, to be honest.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's an obliterator.
Well, maybe they'll have more wounds.
Okay, let's calm down here, Adrian. We're going crazy with the wounds.
2 wounds minus 1 damage.
You know, Chosen,
That's almost more
Chosen could
acceptable.
be 2 wounds minus 1 damage.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be crazy.
And if I'm
because
feeling pain.
they're the Chosen of the Chaos Gods.
Right.
They should be able to align to a Chaos God. They could be Nurgle and you get minus 1 damage. They could be... Ooh, the others are going to have to be real good.
Well, 4+ invuln for Zinch.
That's real good. Advance and charge for Slanesh.
Yeah, or
is
fight
it-
first.
As good, maybe both. To make up for... Because minus 1 damage and 4 up invuln are both amazing.
Yeah.
So maybe both.
They're always going to have that problem of like, what do they do with the marks?
What does Khorne do then?
Reroll
Fight
charges.
twice. No, fight twice.
I like yours
Fight
better.
twice is better. So there we go. We fixed Chosen. You just give them something
Nailed it.
really important based on the Chaos God they align with.
Ship it.
Yeah,
Done.
that's it.
Nice. I love when we just redesign 40K.
We fixed it. This is easy.
Thanks, Seats Roots. Rules question with the way it's written, do Invictors and Impulsors gain the benefit of light cover in the Spearhead? Yes.
Yep. As long as they stay, what is it, 18? 12?
I think it's 18.
Yeah.
There's some distance they have to stay away. Outside that, they count as being in cover.
Yep.
Yeah, they get it.
It's the same
That's
for
good.
Grey Knights, in Tide of Shadows. It's the
Admech.
same for Admech. There's a few other examples.
Yeah.
Oh, Blitz have 4 wounds.
A late
So
talk.
Chosen could have 3.
Well, the Blitz are going to have 5 wounds now. So.
No, all right. Let's back off on buffing obliterators. They're already amazing.
Back off.
Let's chill with the oblit talk.
Feel threatened.
Probably, knowing the cycle of GW, they're going to be terrible. They're going to go down in wounds.
They're going to go
Their
down.
armor save is going to go down.
Yeah. They're actually naked now.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. Dude, it's crazy. The Slanesh bots,
Oh,
they subbed to the channel.
That's
Please hold.
crazy. I thought they couldn't do that.
yeah.
Well, they didn't used to be able to.
They learned.
It's a lot more
They're
expensive
learning.
to build a bot that can
Oh
sub.
my god.
There you go.
Because when you build a bot that can sub, you have to be able to beat a CAPTCHA.
Right.
And Google purges bots that sub. And they block IP addresses that make bots that sub. So it's a lot more expensive to do sub botting.
Jeez.
So I'm actually impressed that the Slanesh bots
They're committed.
can sub to the channel.
If only they could become members.
I mean, I could set it to member only chat and see what happens. Like, hey, sub bots, you wanna?
Or just channel becomes completely bots. There's no humans left.
I mean, if the check's cash, and we still get to make free content
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everybody else,
Like, another day, another dollar.
right? Like, if we keep making content, everyone gets to watch it, and the bots will just pay for it.
That'd be actually really funny.
Thanks, Thomas. Howdy from the Three Amigos. Still no codex because I'm working offshore. Love making obscure units work. What do y'all think about D cannons and 5-man seer counts?
Okay.
Ooh, they're good questions.
Great questions.
D cannons.
I think that's the one I was gonna look because I don't.
Quite an investment. It's the more expensive of the support cannon loadouts. It's 65 points a model. Look, it's a good gun.
Oh.
Not a lot of shots. Guardian keyword. Reroll ones. Make use of them. Not core though. So how are you going to reroll wounds? You're probably wounding on 2s anyways.
Maybe be old way.
Could
Yeah,
be
strength
Ulthway.
12.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I mean, D cannons go on other things.
Does
they
it-
don't have to be on the support platform.
But it is nice because they ignore line of
true.
sight.
They could be on Wraith.
Really?
Guard.
Wraith Lords can have a D cannon.
Wraith
Is
Lord?
that true?
That was the Wraith
Yeah.
Seer,
That's the Wraith.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
that's, you know,
which it was really
in some
good.
ways like
Remember
a
when I took it on him and I gave him the there was the ability to snipe. There's a warlock trait to snipe, and they're like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do with this? I'm like, all right, we'll put on a Wraith Seer and give him a D-can. He's gonna snipe with it. That was
Cool.
amazing.
Yeah. I don't hate it. It's a big investment. I don't know if it solves the problem
Yeah.
that you're trying to do here, because it kind of kills, I don't know, big target, right?
Short range.
Oh yeah, short range. Ignores line of sight if you take it on a support platform.
Does
Kinda
it
good.
not ignore line of sight on a Wraith Seer?
No, it's like it's actual holding like a gun.
I think it doesn't. Well, that doesn't.
That doesn't make any
It
sense.
doesn't make sense, but he's not wrong.
Like, you could point your arm up
Yeah.
and shoot it like a mortar, just like the support weapon does.
No,
Sure.
that's the thing. Wraiths can't do that.
I don't want to blame. I don't want to blame
My
the
arm only-
Wraith. I don't wanna blame the Wraith, but he might not be able to like calculate the trajectory there. I don't know. I feel like the platform's more like
Does math.
you know?
There's guys doing math on it. That's the thing.
That's true.
That's
That's
what-
why there's 3 of
Right,
them.
That's why
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
7 attacks. To make you, they're testing you, your math.
Right?
5-man Seer Council. Look, I like 6. Five is also cool.
Why do
Why
you,
is that?
what, hold on. What?
First time someone has ever said that.
Because as soon as you lose 1 Warlock, you're down a power. Take
Okay.
6.
Wait,
Okay.
6 the max?
It's 100.
Yeah,
6
six.
is max. It's 120
What?
points.
Why is it the max?
And 3 bikes is the max now.
Yeah,
But they changed pretty significantly. They bodyguard for Farseers now.
Yep.
If you use the
Oh,
strat,
he
Seer
knows,
Council.
he knows.
This was Thursday?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, this was Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's kind of interesting, but if your enemy has any indirect, your whole Seer Council dies in 1 shoot phase.
Oh yeah.
It dies
It's
so fast.
Still
Dang.
4 up invuln. Yeah.
Yeah,
They should
but
get. They bodyguard for Farseers, but then other units should bodyguard for them.
For them.
no.
For the layers.
Imagine if I
No.
had Seer Council this game, you would obliterate them.
Oh, yeah, it would be really
my
bad.
gosh.
Yeah. That's
But there's some cool rules with them. Bodyguard being one of them. Plus 1 cast for the Farseer for 1 CP pregame instead of during the
Yeah.
sidekick. 3 powers. Kind of cool. And 120, it's cheap. Once you take the Seer Council, everything's cheaper. I think they literally slice the points in half or maybe a third.
When you get to the 6?
No, when you go to 2
Yeah,
or
yeah.
more.
Yeah, it's like 40 points instead of 60 points or something.
Yeah.
It's true. You can also R&D with 6.
It's true.
You wouldn't.
Instead of casting 3
Instead of
powers.
casting 3 powers.
You could.
Oh,
no.
what you could do,
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
have 3 powers. Oh, you can't even ritual because you're not a character.
And there's a strat, but it only works on big casters.
You could scry though. I think you can scry.
Right. Yeah, we have a strat now for the craft world that you can do an action and then cast another power. So that's really cool.
It's really good.
Oh.
Which I was trying to make happen, but then they're not characters.
Well, you should probably do that and then just scry instead of taking assassinate.
Look, in hindsight, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Um,
I really like that strat, especially for Harlequins.
Yeah.
Double Shadow Seer. Cool.
All right. Well, last one of the night. Thanks, Freestyler.
What up?
Yeah, that was right. By the way, what do you think of a Smash Troop Master,
Okay.
Veiled King,
yes.
a foot
Foot in the future.
future
Yeah,
strat?
a foot in the future.
Yeah.
Prismatic Blur and Hero's Path, min 24-inch move, max 38, hits on 2, wins on 2, rerolls 1s, and 3 up invul.
Love it. 3 up invul. Oh yeah.
Because
the strat.
Prismatic Blur.
And Veiled King is the
2 up always wins.
2 up always wins.
What?
Unless you're going against
wins
like a
everything on
Titanic
twos.
or
Unless
something.
your vehicle or monster.
Vehicle or
Titanic,
monster.
Or they have transhuman.
Or transhuman. So most things it doesn't.
A foot in the future is...
So that is the when you charge, you add 6.
What?
Oh, that's
and-
the unfailable, like, yeah.
Yeah. It's
I feel like that's
And then when you
multiple
advance,
feet
it's like
in the
2d3.
future.
and you advance is 3 plus D3.
3 plus D3.
That's why he's so fast.
Wow.
It's cool. I think you probably don't need all of this combo. And the other thing I'd keep in mind, as we mentioned before, the problem with, if there's a problem with Harlequins, it's that you want characters and then people take Assassinate.
Right.
And it's tough because he's also a great buffing character.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think 2 Troop Masters, 2 Shadow Seers is interesting, and one of those Troop Masters could be a smash one.
Sure.
Then it's like, okay, it's only 12 Assassinate points, 13 of killing the Warlord. It's not so spicy.
Look, I'm all
Still
in.
spending 2 CP. Yeah, there are some really cool traits out there.
I wouldn't Prismatic, though. Oh, 2 CP for the extra.
For the trait and Warlord, right?
Yeah. Yes and no.
If you're taking 2 Troop Masters and...
Can you double Warlord trait one guy?
No,
Yes.
no. Wait, what? Double?
Most
can you
new
really?
books can do
The
that.
Harlequin one is an extra Warlord trait on one guy. It's not another Warlord trait.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty common.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude, that's 9th edition.
Whoa.
Yeah, welcome to 9th edition.
Welcome to 9th edition, where
All right,
everybody
well,
gets
I'd
2
look at
Warlord
it
traits.
again. Because there's like some cool ones. Like there's some auto-hitting stuff.
There's auto hitting. There's the one I've been taking on my Troop Master has been no rerolls for real. Hit, wound, or damage against them.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Well, that's all the questions.
Well, we done did it, y'all. We had a great show, great game. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
This concludes the beginning of Codex Eldari. Lots still to show, lots coming up. We have, of course, a vote for next Tuesday's members-only game. If you want to become a member, you can do that today, and go ahead and check that game. Vote for what we're going to be playing each and every single Tuesday. Also, Monday, we'll be here. We'll post the time, but it'll be probably normal start time on Monday, playing Age of Sigmar, Fireslayers, Disciples of Tzeentch. It's going to be awesome. Please join us. And don't forget, next Saturday, we've got Dice Check in the house. It's going to be awesome. Lots of fun stuff coming up.
That's so cool.
It's going to be great. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, y'all, gals. We'll get you next time on Tabletop. Bye!